It happens here, Cambridge. 363 smoots across the Charles from Boston. Cambridge is home to Harvard, MIT, and Cosmic Moose in Grizzly Bearsville. Guess which one offers a course in electromagnetic kung fu? It's also the hometown of these two nobodies. And like them, Canterbridgians are known for their social activism. But there's one thing you may not know about its politics. Cambridge votes in an entirely different way than every other city and town in the state.
We use a system called PR, proportional representation, and it's a ranked choice voting.
That's why in local elections you'll find every candidate asking for your number one vote.
We don't vote by ward or precinct. All candidates run citywide.
Etheridge King is City Election Commissioner.
This is what a PR ballot looks like. You have 26 candidates right here, and then you have 26 choices. What you do here is you rank your candidates the way you want. So you rank one candidate number one, another two, another three.
Voting is the easy part. Counting the votes is where things get complicated. Candidates need a certain proportion of the total votes cast to win. That's calculated by taking the total number of votes and dividing it by the number of seats on the council plus one.
These surplus votes get transferred to the candidate that's marked number two on those ballots.
If a candidate reaches that quota, they're automatically elected. Additional number one votes are redistributed. The lowest first choice vote getter is eliminated. The number two choices on their ballots are reallocated, and
it goes through a process of elimination till you have 9 candidates elected.
The beauty of proportional representation is kind of what the name implies.
Adam Friedman with the nonprofit Voter Choice would like to see this system take hold elsewhere.
The biggest benefit is to ensure that every voter has a voice,
which can open the door to more diversity.
If you have a small concentration of a certain ethnicity or gender or political persuasion, chances are they're going to have a voice on the city council. Most of the Canterbridgians like it.
That's what we found.
You can actually vote your true preferences.
In a way, it's more democratic.
Even if they don't all completely understand it.
It took me a while to figure out.
It's a question that voters ask us all the time. How does it work?
One city councilor, Jan Devereaux, actually created a video to help explain the process.
It does advantage candidates who can work with other candidates in terms of creating coalitions,
which can lead to a more substantive, positive debate.
It incentivizes you as a candidate to reach out to a broader base of support and to find common ground.
So maybe you're wondering, why don't we all vote this way? Well, there was a time many of us did. New York City and at one point 7 Massachusetts cities all used variations of ranked choice. But when non-traditional candidates started winning,
that actually made it a target for more establishment politicians and business interests who did not want that sort of change.
And away it went. Though the tide may be turning again on Beacon Hill, a new bill would let municipalities try it without changing their charters. And last fall, Maine adopted it for all state and federal races.
This solves a really important problem in our current election.
Yep, it can even work for one-seat contests.
You can actually vote for who you honestly want to as your first choice, and then you get a series of backup choices.
Which likely would have led to a different outcome in last year's GOP presidential primary and even the razor-tight race in Florida in 2000. In the meantime, the city over the river seems happy to be a test case.
I think we have a pretty groovy thing going here in Cambridge.